One of the concerns that you always should have when you're creating a certain project is the security of it and the authorization for the different users or the different parties that can access your application. That's why sometimes I went for a longer, tutorials to explain this thing and work on extra things to make sure that application is secure. Sometimes it's boring, but it's necessary. And this is the same case right here, okay? And sometimes this type of things don't appear until you finish your application and people test it. That's why we have testers, because it's very important in the testing process that you can discover, some sort of validation wrong, some sort of like for security problems, authorization problems. That's why we have testing. And as long as you discover there is a problem, you need to fix it. So let me explain what is going on right here, okay? So the first layer of security that we had is the activate page is on under the logged in route. That means if you are not logged in, you can't access it. So that was the first thing. So for example, if we went right here and remove the user, okay, we refresh, we get back to the logged in, to the login page. If we try to go to the activate page from here, it's gonna keep us in the login page. So that was the first thing, okay? So that was the layer security first. But there is a problem right here, okay? The thing is, let's say that you are a new user, okay? Let me just explain it to you exactly, because this is just not gonna be 100% you want, okay? Let me go off this Joe Rogan episode and let me go back to our application right here. Let me just remove this user, okay? You're gonna understand there is a high security risk here, okay? Let me remove that. Oh, what I did, I removed everything. no, I still have this, okay? Thank God. Okay, let's try and register again. Okay, let me go back right here. Then register, test. Any dates, and then sign up. Everything is gonna be all right. And then we're gonna go to the home page like this, okay? And then we're gonna get an email like this, okay? So this is the verification email. If you use this, it's gonna be fine. But let's say, for example, I'm not gonna use this user. I'm just gonna go and remove that user, and then go back to the login page and log in using another user, okay? So if I went right here and logged in with this user, okay, and if I get access to this, like for example, you've been hacked or something and you get like this link, okay, and then you try to activate from here, it's gonna activate your account. And there is a high problem because this is not the same user who has this link, okay? This link is for another user, so I can't use it from here. So I can't activate something that's not mine. I can't go and do something for another authorized user because we only had one layer of security, which is that you're gonna be logged in, and this is wrong. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the backend and then go to the controllers and deactivate right here. Where is the activate? This is the activate account. Let me show you. We send the authorization in the activate form. We send the, let's here, in the activate page, we send the bearer token. So we have the user right here. So we can get the user just from the request. So right here in the user, we can simply get, let's call it const valid user, for example. And this is going to be get from the request.user.id. Okay, so now we have the actual user that sent it, because for example, this user that we get is the user that we get from the link and not the actual user that sent it. I hope this is understandable. Okay, and what I'm gonna do first, before everything check or anything, I can just go, if the valid user is different than the user, that means we are not the same one that using it, then we're gonna return this message. So this is going to be valid user. Then the message, we're going to have a message that you don't have the accessibility to do this, or you don't have the authorization to complete this operation, okay? Like this, I'm just coming up with things. So now this is a different user than the user that we send the email to. So if we try and confirm it, look what we can get, okay? Confirm your account, and then we're gonna get account verification failed, cannot read property of ID. Oh, this is another problem. Okay, just let me see if this is activating or not. Okay, it didn't activate, so it's still false. Okay, so let's continue right here. So we have a problem in the request user in the activate account. Okay, we've sent it. Okay, we've sent it in the token. Okay, we've sent it in the token. Okay, and then we're gonna access it by using the auth. So let me go back to the routes and see. This is live debugging. So in the routes, in the activate accounts, we need to add it, okay? Because we didn't add it in the activate. We need to add the authorization. So auth user like this. Now it's gonna be added, okay? Because that's the token and that's another thing, okay? Now we go back and try again. And as I told you, you don't have the authorization to complete this operation, and it's gonna take you back to your page. So that's the beauty of it. So now let's try and do it, but this time with the user that we send it to, which is this one, that test. So let me go and log in with that test. I should add the logout sooner. This is getting annoying, okay? So now let's log in with the user, which is the test, this one, which is the one that we send the email to, okay? Like this. Login. As you see right here, it's still right here false. So now let's try and go to the link, confirm your account, and then account, you don't have the authorization to complete this operation. So the reason for this is simply because I'm actually very stupid. So right here we compare the valid user, which has the user.id, and then we're going to compare it with the user, which is an object. You want to access the user.id in the request, okay, like this. So now the verification is 100% valid, okay? So now let's try again. Let me go to the email. Now if we try to confirm your account with this link, okay? Now as you see, everything is gonna work fine. This is, as you see, account verification succeeded and everything is fine, okay? Like this. So because we're using the same user. So now as you go back right here and verify this true, let me make it false. And let's try the other way again to make sure that everything is all right. It's very important to test. So now let me go back right here. So that's the email, but this time just go to the other user who's not authorized, okay? Let me remove that. This is the dumbest way to log out. So I can get the other user. Okay. Log in again. Don't worry, you're always gonna have dumb moments. Don't worry about it. So now let's try with this user, which is not the one that authorized to this operation. Now let's try again. And as you see account verification failed. You don't have the authorization to complete, and then it's gonna log you out. And as you see, you go back to the other user and it's gonna be authorized. So this is like, I know it gets boring sometimes to do these things, but it's absolutely necessary. I'm probably gonna forget a few things, you know, on the whole project because I don't have like the eye of a tester, but this type of thing you always keep an eye on, okay? So see you next.